And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Oh my god. I apologize for the extended break, but I hope you enjoyed the brutal OC as we have finally returned with the last quarterfinals match. Oh my god. Buenos dias, good morning, especially to those in France, as we have our players just now waking up bright and early, and here we go. We finally have our series spawning in the top right-hand corner of Amygdala. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Talon Esports. It is Dark. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the French Terran player, the Blue Terran. He just woke up. He just woke up, just rolled out of bed, stumbled onto his PC, logged in, and he is good and ready to go. It is Clem for Team Liquid. Let's go, let's go. Alas, if you're tuning into the VODs, then you would not know, you would not have experienced the downtime that we had, but we are good to go. We are here, we are live, and we are jumping into our final quarterfinals match. As a reminder, we have Hero and Shin waiting in the upper semis, waiting for their own best of 5. Meanwhile, this series is going to lead into Björn. Björn is waiting for the winner of this series. Either it's going to be Dark or Clem, one or the other. Björn is waiting. Until then, we're settling in. Until then, it is going to be Hatch Gas Full, Standard Opener out of Dark. Likewise, across the map, Clem going for a Rax Expand. So far, so good. Standard Opener here by Clem, getting into his own standard play. There we go, CC on the low ground. Single Gas Opener out of Clem, so nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. It's going to be up to the mid game here to really dictate which direction we want to take this. We want to take this in. Again, when it comes to Clem's matches as of late, I haven't actually casted much of his TvZ. I've been casting a lot of him against Protoss players and Terrans. Don't get me wrong, players like Olivera, players like Björn, players like Max Pax, Trap, Hero, but less so against Zerg. So I'm curious to see how Clem's build or how his play has evolved over time since EWC. We'll see how he compares to Dark. We have seen actually Shin take down Clem from time to time, especially with roach-based all-ins. We have seen that Shin has successfully been able to catch Clem with his pants down, but we'll see if Dark could do the same. As the Reaper is moving out, it does check the natural, Lings are in position, and the dance has begun. So far so good. Dark taking a couple of hits here and there, but he will pull back, and the Queen is on the way. The Queen is in production, and we'll zone back that Reaper. Oh, getting the injection, of course. Behind this, Dark getting his third, going for the linear third base. Interesting, expanding towards the south instead, and the Reaper is zoned back. The Reaper is zoned away. Dark will secure himself, and now we can settle into our three-base economy. You can see Dark pulling out of gas, just focusing on the first 100 gas here for link speed, now focusing and fixating on mineral production. And behind this, oh my, we do have our third CC into a 2-1-1. 3 CC 2-1-1 out of Clem, building up, getting to a more heavy saturation on 3 bases, just focusing on his economy, building up towards a stim timing. Now, the way this works here is that we should be making 2, maybe 4 Hellions at most, then going for an add-on swap and going from Mass Marine into a stim timing. Now, this does hit a little bit later because the starport is delayed. The reason why the starport is delayed is because of the faster command center. So because of this, Dark should be safe. He should be safe and secure. He should be able to drone up quite heavily for the next couple of minutes, at least until the medevacs come online. Until then, Dark is secure. Lings, they dip in, they go for the mineral line. SCVs are under fire. Can he get one? Not quite. Woods lays some mining time, but does not get a kill. Lings, they pull away, they confirm the Hellion. Dark backs off. And here comes that starport. Starport is in production. Likewise, extra overloads on the way. Ooh, Dark getting supply blocks, and now is not the time. Bit of a supply block here from Dark. Is breaking out, saturating his bases, moving out with some Lings. And once again being active with the Hellions move out. Again, it's going to be 4 Hellions for Clem, and now going into Mass Marine production. Lings, they dive in, they go for this round. And they collapse here on all the SCVs. They don't get many Marines. 1 Marine goes down and 2 SCVs. But Clem holds. Clem does hold. Hellions, they race back home to zone away those Lings. Oh, safety Baneling Nest here out of Dark. Interesting. He does take note of the low Hellion count. He is aware. But it's going to be a Baneling Nest before Lair. Lair now on the way. So just really safe play here out of Dark. taking extra gases. The downside of this build is that Dark will have late upgrades. His +1 melee and +1 carapace upgrades are going to be delayed intentionally so in favor of early banelings. So Dark's just playing safe, spreading his creep. Hellions, they do poke in on the right hand side. They do take down one of the tumors, not bad. Here we go. As Dark is securing himself, getting to his macro hatch, getting a 4th expansion. Double lever chambers now for those upgrades. Again, they were delayed, but now going to be on the horizon here. And Dark should be prioritizing bathing speed. Meanwhile, here comes the double drop. Double drop now is active. It's now online. Hitting around the 6-minute mark. And we'll see what Clem can get done. As Dark is getting ready, morphing in those banelings. Baneling speed is on the way. Queens are building up. One queen goes down. Late transfuse. And Dark a little bit late to respond there. Is a little bit late. Will attempt to chase down those Metamax. Does get a couple of hits in, but we'll pull back. One queen kill. Better pick up here. Better trade for Clem. Working on combat shields. Working on 1-1 upgrades. Clem is building up. So far, Dark forcing the pickup, getting to a 5th expansion. I mean, these bases are very spread out, and we'll see if Clem can take advantage of that. He's coming with a Hellion run by here towards the north. Meanwhile, double drop towards the south. Dark chasing this all the way towards the expansion. Takes down the depot, but doesn't get much more damage. Pulls away. Did see the hydrogen here from Dark. Here at the 3rd. Hydrogen has been placed. So far, securing himself, spreading his creep. Clem is being active. Of course, the debris here in the center of the map is soon to crumble. Soon to go down. Oh! Dark delaying the 4th CC. He at least confirms the gas, confirms second factory, confirms the 4th CC. He knows it's going to be a more macro game. He knows that Clem is building up. It's not going to be an 8-rax. Oh my god. As banelings, they barely don't connect. Dark commits, and he will be able to force the pickup, but that wasn't the cleanest trade from Dark. He lost a lot of lings there. Oh my god, meanwhile, banelings! They crash into the middle line. 16 SCVs go down in the midst of that fight. Economy has been crippled. Clem, he has to commit. He's pushing on to creep. Does push in. Dark is building up. 1-1 upgrades about to finish up here for Dark. Going for another run by. 5th base is going to fall. Dark, he gives up the expansion. Bailey's roll in, but Clem, he's focusing. Doesn't pay attention. Up! Oh my god. I'll pick up, but links, they flood in. Flood into natural. Ooh, we do run into reinforcements though, and not too many ACVs going down yet. Yeah, links are in the production. Burrow just not researching. I think Dark may have thought he already had it. But the links, they're going to be going down. At the same time, they do get into the 3rd base. More ACVs falling. Yeah, damage is still being done. Clem out of position here. 18 more CV kills. And Clem is being pulled apart. Dark collapsing on the army. Gets on top of the tanks. Tanks go down. Trading with the Marines. And Dark can hold his own. He can hold his own. And now Clem, he has been crippled. He's down to 52 SCVs. Just under 3 base economy here. Under 3 base saturation. Is taking his 4th though. Clem is expanding, getting a 4th base. Did lose all of his tanks, but has a good amount of Marines, has Widow Mines behind this as well. Clem is holding his own. Likewise, Dark opening up the center of the map, breaking down those rocks. Meanwhile, Clem once again making sure there is no 5th base. And Darky holds on. Saves the expansion. Clem pushing forward. Hive is on the way. Dark does not have a lurker den so far, just Lingbane Hydra. No lurkers. Can a Dark keep up? How good are the might just going to be? Up! Oh my god, massive connections on the Lings. Even forcing a friendly fire. Decent engage here from Dark. Shuts down the Bio Army. Cleans up the tanks. Cleans up the Widow Mines. And chases this back. And can Clem get this fourth base up and running? He's going to try. Yeah, Dark barely not enough momentum. The fourth base is getting up. Is getting saturated. Clem is still in this. Dark backs off, investing into the Hydra upgrades, getting into the Frenzy. Into like muscular swelling, something along those lines. Hopefully everything's okay. Looks like we have a bit of a pause. This might be a hotkey issue just because of the new spell. So it's very possible that Dark needs to assign that hotkey. I know that I had to when I loaded into the game this morning. So more than happy to resolve those hotkey issues, assuming that's the case, assuming that's what is occurring here. Yeah.
Game resumed.
So here we go, we are back in. But yes, Maddox did confirm that it was a hotkey clash, which makes sense. Meanwhile, Lazy try to force a friendly fire. Mine just going up. Ooh. Friendly fire is forced, but now where are the Lings? And no more Lings left over, just Hydras. Alas, Clem is forced back. Likewise, Marine drop here towards the north, but there are Queens to hold their own. Darky holds. Is able to hold on. Fun fact, Clem, because of that pause, because he knows what it was, he can assume that, I mean, this upgrade is on the way. he can assume that Frenzy is being researched. Yo, Creep is keeping it alive? I wasn't sure. Okay, we have confirmation. Someone was asking about this, by the way. If you could spread Creep and keep this Creep tumor alive, but it acts like a tumor, you can. That's crazy. I didn't know. it's an actual tumor. So for those that are curious what I'm freaking out by, or freaking out about, as the armies do engage, there is enough Link Bane though. Darky's holding. There's the Frenzy. Does try to lunge forward. Meanwhile, at the same time, Lings are at the third base, or at the naturals. All Banelings are rolling in. They catch reinforcements. Massive connections on the Marines. And Darky snowballing out of control. But what I was referring to here is that this debris here, these giant tumors, they bleed out over time, but it looks like they do actually maintain themselves with creep. I had no idea. But okay, now we know. Boys are being pulled, and brutal losses here. There's another Frenzy. GG gets called, and Dark will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. He will take a lead in the series. And now the pressure is on Clem. But yeah, now we know. The more you know. Tumors on there we go. But yeah, I didn't know that you could save those giant tumors, and they do act like Zerg buildings, I suppose. So they bleed out over time. If you spread creep there, you can actually save them and actually maintain that wall. I don't know if there's ever a reason to do that, but it's just a nice little fun fact to recognize. And it's probably most applicable to ZvZ, because in ZvZ you can, I guess, keep those attack paths closed. That can benefit you at times, I suppose? Question mark. So again, I don't really know how applicable it really is and how important it is, but it is a feature. There you go. There you go. As we are now getting ready here for game number 2, it is going to be Clem's map of choice. So what does he go for? Does he go for El Dorado, Ley Lines, Whispers of Gold, or Frostline? Which one? We go. We go. but alright, we're good. We're good to go. Looks like our players, they need a little bit of time though to set things up. Sorry, we were just clarifying, of course, what was going on. We were just clarifying the format, of course, of the vetoes. That it is a loser's pick. So Clem, he has some choices. He has some options. What does he go for? Oh, there it is. It is going to be Whispers of Gold. Okay, we have confirmation. Going to be loading into Whispers. And we'll see if Clem can force the ace match. Again, Clem is favored. He's favored to make a deep run in this tournament. Oh, hold on. We just need a moment here to set things up. The map was just made on Whispers of Doom. Not quite, we're getting there. Whispers of Gold. For those that are curious, this map is going to be an interesting one. It is more wide open, it is more exposed, and it is a smaller map as well. So, based on those features here, we could see a much more aggressive build by Clem. Winding it back a little bit here, referring to Clem's build of choice, going 3cc 211. It is a later move out, it is later aggression. It does mean that Clem... I should say it does mean that Dark was very comfortable in the early game, was able to comfortably get into a 4-base economy, just because Clem's aggression hits later. But here on Whispers of Gold, Clem, he can go for a 1-1-1, for example. He can go for a 1-1-1, he can go for a 2-1-1 as well, he can go for a delayed CC and be more in the face of Dark. That's what I expect. I do expect him to be a little bit more aggressive this time. We'll keep an eye on Clem. Likewise, it goes both ways. Dark can also be aggressive on this map and go for some roach aggression. We have seen roach play be quite successful on Whispers of Gold. That is also an option here for Dark. We'll see as we are getting into game number 2. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Whispers of Gold, we have the French Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. Down in the series, we'll see if we can bounce back. It is Clem. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Zerg player from South Korea representing Talon Esports, leading the series 1-0. Onomas, one more game is all he needs. It is Dark. Onomas, one more game here as we do settle in. So we are going to be settling into this ZVT. Someone asking Hero vs. Shin after the series? Yes. Should be Hero vs. Shin after this, followed by Bjorn and the winner of Dark vs. Clem. So every match is going to be casted. Bear that in mind. We'll be casting every single series, every single match. Yes. Good. Just clarifying in the chat. As Dark is going for a gasless opener. Risky maneuver here by Dark, but okay. He's going for a hatchery into pool into hatchery build. No gas. No, I should say the gas is heavily delayed here for Dark. Heavily delayed in favor of a faster third expansion. This is something that Dark often does on larger maps or maps where he feels like confident that he can defend with purely Queen. I think it's bold for him to go for this on Whispers of Gold though. Bold move here out of Dark. We'll see if he gets away with it. Now, because gas is so late with this build, this means that link speed is usually skipped, and usually Dark will go into roach play. This usually leads into Roach play, into Roach Ravager. This can lead into a Roach all-in on 2 bases or on 3 bases, or just Roach into Hydra Lurker Viper, into the late game. So Dark has options with how aggressive or how defensive he wants to be with his Roach tech. Until then, droning up, getting queens, and making a handful of lings. Lings are on the way. Meanwhile, across the map, we do have our standard setup here by Clem. Just racks into factory. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild is settling in. First Reaper has arrived, so we do have our initial lings here to buy time for the queen. As Dark does invest into 6 lings, so an extra ling, 1 ling goes down. Queen has arrived and Dark holds. Dark does hold, and Clem is going 3cc. Third TC before Starport, so once again, economic build. Now, last game, it was 3cc, 2-1-1. This game, it is 3cc, 1-1-1. I think we're waiting for the factory, for that Starport factory is now done, and we can now embrace our further tech. There it is, Starport's on the way. So, 3cc into Starport, and this can lead into Banshee play instead. Very safe, especially against Roaches. Considering the build, and Clem knows, he saw how quickly the third base was being built, so he knows it should be a gasless opener. He knows that Roach is on the horizon, so Clem knows that most likely he's going to be safest going into Banshee tech. So with that, we should be seeing a Tech Lab. There we go. Tech Lab is on the way on the racks, into an add-on swap, into the Banshee. As Clem is headed in that direction. Yep, there's the add-on swap into Banshee production. We'll see if Clem commits into Cloak Banshee or just regular Banshee. Meanwhile, no surprise, Roach Warren. Roach Warren's on the way, again as we expected. Gases openers lead into Roach play. That is usually the case. But what I will say is that this Roach Warren is fast. This is a sub 4-minute Roach Warren, and it is hidden behind the natural, so it looks like Dark may go for an early Roach push. Now, does this mean it has to be an all-in? No, not at all. This could still just be a Roach opener with like a 9 Roach move out into droning. Like, there could be saturation behind this. Link speed means all in. It's gonna be a Ravager Ling all in. Straight up, Ravager Ling all in. There's no reason to rush into Link speed this early on unless we did intend to just commit to a massive Link flood. Also, Clem just scouted, no saturation. 0 drones here at the third base. Clem, he knows that he's in danger. Back at home, we need a wall. We need walls. The Banshees are on the way. That will help. Banshees, they will wreak havoc and eventually clean up everything. But we need more than just Banshee tech. As the wall is slowly getting up and running, Hellions are poking in, and you can see a massive surge of Lings on the way. Again, it's all or nothing one way or another. The game is about to end. Either Dark kills Clem or he dies trying. As Dark is morphing in as many Ravagers as he can. Back at home, what is it to defend? We still have production on the way. It's going to be Hellion, Banshee, and a handful of Marines. No tank, no bunker, no nothing. The game may just end. I'm not too confident here in the defense of Clem, but we'll see. We'll see if he can pull off a miracle defense. He's racing back home. This is the army, 3 Marines, 6 Hellions, 2 Banshees. I mean, the Banshees, right? 2 Banshees, they have a lot of potential, but the Hellions are out on the map. They're not at home. Hellions are nowhere to be found. The Roaches, they reveal themselves. 2 Hellions get caught out. No, they actually get ignored. He commits to the mineral line. SCVs are falling. Massive pickoffs. The Vials, ooh, they connect. They don't quite kill the Banshee. Oh, no! Oh, my God. Okay, Clemmy does cut back in time. Does save the Banshees. 12 SCVs are going down, but can he bust into the main? He can. He can, and he will. Lings, they flood on in. More workers are falling. Roaches are being targeted down. So again, the Banshees are putting in a lot of work. But what about the Lings? What about those Lings? As they collapse on the reinforcements, they hit the third base. More CVs are falling, and it may just be over here and now. Again, Clem, he saw the lack of saturation. He did see the lack of anything at the middle line, but he didn't quite react. Didn't quite react hard enough, I should say. Again, no bunker here at the natural. The Hellions were out on the map. They didn't race back home. He missed the move out, and now Clem, he's on his last legs. He's down to 19 SCVs, barely an economy. What a way to wake up. As Clem, he didn't just wake up, he woke up, he rolled out of bed, just stumbled onto the keyboard, got into the game, and what a rude awakening here, to face off against Dark of all players, of course. As Darky is not afraid to go all in. From here, Darky backs off, and now he's droning. I mean, he's done enough damage. He's done critical damage. And he still has more Lings. He catches the Marines! Missed him! That's the Lings, they dive in. They chase the Marines down. Nice value here out of Clem. Getting as much value as he can. He's trading as efficiently as possible. He actually cleaned up the links with Marine surviving. That's impressive. Clem, he trades well, but the worker count is heavily in favor here of Dark, and Dark is taking up into Lingbane. It's going to be Lingbane. No reinforcing roaches yet. Marines are about to come online, so Clem has to be careful. He does have to be careful here. As Banshees, they rotate around. They hit the main. Oh, getting one, getting two drones, getting three drones, four. Five, oh jeez. 5 workers go down. Clem moving out, pushing through the center. Getting an Overlord. Getting a good amount of tumors, going for the expansion. Can he force a cancel? Again, Clem has +1 attack. There's not much Lingbane here to defend. Dark is getting caught out here. Nah, he'll defend. Whew. He holds on. Saves the expansion, double drop into the main. And Dark, he's keeping up. And collapses on the Marines, forces the pickup. Banshees, they rotate, they get eyes on the would-be 5th base. And the bases are taking a lot of hits, Queens are responding. And again, Clem, he's trading very well. He's actually catching up. He was down to 19 SCVs, by the way. He was down to 19 workers, and he's holding his own. Reinforcements are on the way. Dark, he needs to focus on Lingbane production here. You can see he's a little bit oversaturated cast-wise. Now reinvesting. Getting into his upgrades. Building on more Lingbane. The army has arrived. Dark, he's not ready for this. Baileys are going to be denied. Uh-oh. Baileys are denied. Expansion under fire. Expansion is going to fall. Dark is in trouble. He barely has any Bailings. He's down to 4. Only 4 Bailings, which means he cannot fight this. There we go. The rest of the Bailings have finished up. He's got... Oh no! Oh my god! Ah, Clem! He wasn't looking. He wasn't looking, Poppy. Ay, ay, ay. Look away. Clem, he walks into the Bailings. He was doing well here. I was like, yo, it was Clem. Is he coming back? I mean, he is. He killed the expansion. He out-traded and denied so many Bailings, but he does take some Bailings to the face. Not like this. Ah. Not like this, Pappy. Here, Clem does get an Overlord. Is being active. Is doing what he can. Doing what he can. Marines, they push forward. They don't quite catch the Queens. I'll pick up. Dark threatening a dive. So far, though, yeah, Dark, I mean, Clem, he's trading as efficiently as possible. Like 1 Marine for 1 Bailing. Dark supply blocked. Dark is supply block. Clem rotating over towards the left-hand side. Meanwhile, Dark, what's he been doing this entire time? Taking to Hive, taking it to Ultras. Ultra Tech is on the way. With 2 upgrades. And pushing in. Going for the expansion, forces a cancel, not bad. At the same time, Darky hits the 3rd. And here come the Bailings. Doesn't quite get into the mineral line, though. He's holding his own. The Berets! Oh my god, 4 Bailings just in time. They do graze the army. Jesus. But again, Dark, his economy is lackluster here. He's only on a 3-base economy. Clem, he has caught up, and now he's looking to overwhelm Dark. Dark, he needs more saturation, needs more workers, needs an expansion. And again, it's just very impressive here that Clem has been able to recover. I mean, Dark was all in and didn't quite kill Clem, but I do think he did enough damage. I do think that it was enough. Dark collapses in, chasing down the tanks. He gets 1. He gets 2. Going for the final tank, but he won't quite get it. Ooh. Yeah, massive tank blows going off. So many links going down. Clem takes the supply lead. Wow, and Clem, he's ahead. Takes the lead. Getting a 4th expansion. Dark catching reinforcements. I mean, Clem doesn't have ghosts, right? Like, the Ultra Tech is the advantage here for Dark. As Lings, they run past the tanks. Ooh. Yeah, they're going into the mineral line, forcing some friendly fire. Oh my god, the tank blows are crazy. Baileys, they don't make it in. Yeah, Dark is throwing away the low supply here. It's not quite worth it. Finally collapses on the tanks. Oh, Baileys, they crash in. 23 ACV kills. Ultras have arrived. Power bombs going off. And Dark holds. Dark is barely holding on. And again, there are no ghosts. Clem hasn't teched up. He's not ready for that. Pushing on the right hand side, takes out an expansion. Ultras, they were late. The Ultras on quite a position. Clem down to 45 SCVs. But, hey, he saves the orbital. He has a 4th. Has a comparable army, of course. And Dark is still hurting. Very much so. Oh my god. He has so many links go down. 2 Ultras are doing what they can. They're trying at least. They will get the tank. Tank goes down. Liberators are a problem that Dark doesn't really have the answer to. Whips are set up. Wow, and Clem, he's doing it. So the Ultras are still difficult to deal with, but so are the Liberators. It's one of those things where Dark just doesn't really have much anti-air. He's relying on his Vipers more than anything. Oh. 3 damage on the Ultras. Clem trying to force the army within range of the Libs. Vipers have arrived. Clem backs up. Being run by catching reinforcements. Ultras are going for the planetary. But it is a planetary though. Ultras, can they not get down? They're getting to the mineral line SCVs. Oh my god, massive swipes going off. The Ultras, they just want hugs. They hug the mineral line to death. Back at home, Dark, he's holding on. Oh my god, a crazy game here. Dark is barely holding. The Mass Ultra doing what it can. As kiting with the Marauders. 1 Ultra goes down. 2 Ultras go down. Massive pickups. At the same time, 1 Ultra gets into the mineral line. 21 SCV kills. These are expensive losses for Dark. Bleeding out a lot of Ultras. A lot of Ultras go down. But again, remember, Clem does not have ghosts. So these are still rough trades for Clem. As it's down to 38 SCVs. His economy has been crippled. Power bombs coming in. Landing with the Libs. And Darky just goes for a massive counterattack. Another mineral line. Another mineral line going to be going down. Bust on in. The Ultras, they lead the charge. They try to at least. Dark will lose an expansion, but I mean, so is Clem. Losing the last remaining SCVs. Gets into the main, contaminates some of the production. Meanwhile, back at home now, he has enough. He has Fungals. Gets a couple of tanks. Fungals, they pop up, they graze the army. Another Fungal locks it down. Not enough of a follow-up though. Another Fungal! Yeah, the army gets locked down. Power bombs on the medevacs. And Dark holds. Dark, he does hold on. Ooh, 2 medevacs go down. Massive pickoffs. Clem is trying to get his economy going. Trying, and GG gets called. He taps out, and Dark will take the series 2-0, eliminating Clem from the OlimoLeague 2024 November Finals. GG. Crazy. GG, well played, Dark. He will take the series 2-0, will advance on, but a crazy series nonetheless. A crazy best of 2 here, as Clem, he was down and out, but he fought so hard. He did recover 100%. He was able to recover, able to bounce back, able to even take an economic lead over Dark for a while there. But something that we did bring it back to time and time again is the fact that with Dark's advantage, what did he do with the early game advantage after crippling the economy? After Clem got knocked down to 19 SCVs, Dark, he teched into Hive and he teched into Ultras. And the Ultras was a tech unit that Clem just could not deal with. He could not deal with those Ultras. Clem, he was struggling. Clem, he was, I mean, kiting well with some Marauders at times. Well, the Liberator's also putting a lot of work as well, but he never had any Ghosts. Never had any Ghosts, never had any solid Lib production either to really maintain that army, to support the army, and GG. GG, well played. Eventually did overwhelm, and with that, Dark advances on to face off against Bjorn in the semifinals. Speaking of semifinals, here we go. We have our next series. We have our next match. It is going to be Hero versus Shin in a best of 5. Let's go. Let us go. We are setting up, and we are settling in. I mean, we can take this moment to have a look at the bracket as well to catch up on what has been going on in today's broadcast. Oh boy, again, it's already been quite an event, quite a tournament so far for the OlimoLeague November finals, and here we have the results coming in. Of course, we casted every single series. Hero took down Skillless 2-0, Shin took down Zound 2-1, we had Bjorn taking down the Trap 2-0, and Dark 2-0ing Clem, which did just occur. Now we have our top 4. Hero, Shin, Bjorn, and Dark. As a reminder, these semifinals are going to be best of 5s. These are going to be best of 5 semifinals and a best of 7 grand finals. So best of 5 into best of 7. We have 3 series remaining here, 3 series ahead of us. Korea standing strong. Shout out to both Skillless and Clem for earning enough points to be invited to the OlimoLeague finals and for competing in today's event as well. They got knocked out in the first round, but regardless, some very entertaining matches were held nonetheless. So again, they can hold their heads high and wish them the best in their upcoming tournaments in the upcoming weeks and months. But for now, we are focusing on our top 4. And up first, Hero and Shin. Let's go.